Good day, students! Today I will gonna be sharing you a story about the Bremen town musicians. Once, in a Bremen town far, far away, the town musician had grown old and lived sadly alone in his big empty house. Word got around that the big fine house was nearly empty, and one day a rascally and band of skadiddling squirrels had barged in right in front the door. They just moved in and started making unpolished and unpracticed music. Each squirrel played without even considering the music the other squirrels were making. And it's very clear that they never took the time to practice their music. The town musician just couldn't stand the noise the squirrels are making. So what he did is he packed up his bag and left his own house. He traveled down the road out of Bremen, towards the safe silence of the woods. He walked for a quiet while when he heard the sound. It was a music played very slow, very low, but full of heart. He was stunned. A donkey was sitting in the middle of a mud puddle singing a song of sorrow because his back was sore and he could no longer carry his load. The town musician said, "Come with me, I love your company." The donkey said, "I'm too afraid to leave the only home I have ever known." The musician said, "Please have courage and play your music with me." And so the donkey joined the musician, and together they traveled down the road until they heard a sound. They followed the sad song and came upon a dog lying in a bramble bush full of stinging horns. The dog has bumped into the bush of thorns because he could no longer see well. He felt sad and useless. And the musician and donkey said, "Your music is beautiful, dog. You are very good to us. Join us. Go and we will love your company." The dog said, I don't know what to say. I feel so scared leaving the only home I have ever known." They said, "Have courage," said the musician and donkey. "Play your music with ours and come." They also met along the roads the rooster and the cat, and also they said, "Have courage." And then both the donkey, the dog, the rooster and cat is now playing the beautiful music of them. And then, as they were traveling, the town musician told the story of the rascally band of skadiddling squirrels that had barged in right in front of his door, making the sounds that were so horrible that he needed to leave his own home. The dog couldn't believe his ears. He said, "We need to go back to Bremen and help you get your house back." And so they did. The five friends turned around and headed to the town of Bremen. When they reached the house, the four animals tiptoed up to the window and peeked in. Sure enough, the skadiddling squirrels were making a racket with the music unpracticed. They sounded awful. In fact, they sounded as bad as the squirrels. They knew they could do better with their sound if they will be practicing, and they know how to listen to each other, which they will be ready. Together, the animals started playing the music that was so beautiful to the ears. So beautiful, in fact, that the squirrels realized how badly they sounded, and that they needed to leave the house and go do some serious practicing and listening to each other. And wouldn't you know, the town musician gave those squirrels music lessons to help them be the best band they could be possibly. As for the donkey, dog, cat, and the rooster, they stayed with the town musician. They had the courage to live in a new place. They spent their days playing the best and beautiful music together, and none of them were lonely ever again. Later, they became known as the Bremen town musicians, famous forever, so famous that they were made a statue of them. Maybe you'll go and see them someday. And that is the story of the Bremen town musicians. Thank you for listening.